Coach's choice. And a scouting report look at the Hawkeyes of Iowa. All that and more coming up next. Michigan Replay. With
this game, we wanted to win it badly, and you all might got up a little too tight for it. I don't know, but I thought you played well. You won a game, and that's Michigan. I want you to know each and every one of them. I'm extremely proud. I want to caution you about this, though. We can't go around celebrating because, as you know, they put this schedule. We got the 3 top contenders back to back. Yes, baby. This is just one of them. Next week we go against Iowa in Iowa City next week, and then the following week back here against Indiana. Well, we'll save all of our real celebrating until such time as we win this Big Ten championship.
Well, that's what happens in a victorious locker room after Michigan defeats Michigan State 17-3. I always look at those and say, well, you get up for those things, don't you?
I should comb my hair before I do that.
Nah, the natural looks better. It was a big win.
It's a big win. Anytime, you know, you beat Michigan State, it's a great win. And we were all excited. I really do feel we played a little tight in that game, but nevertheless, it was a Michigan victory, and that's always exciting.
But that's a very game Michigan State team with an outstanding defense. I mean, we thought their defense was good, but I'm not sure that I thought they were as good as they really showed.
Well, their defense is the strength of their team, and it's probably as good a defense as we'll meet this year. I've always been impressed with it. We've not been able to run on it very much. We've not been able to pass very much, except to them. And and so it's been a tough deal for us playing against them.
But opening up the game, it was your defense that made the big play to get you started.
Well, our defense played well all afternoon. I don't think it really gave them a break or a chance to win. They fumbled here. John Milligan recovers for us. And then we've got field position right off the bat in this game in the first period. And we run a running play or two here. Tony Bowles gains about 6 yards, but it was awfully tough going. We can't get a first down, have to settle for a field goal, Jim. And we're on the board 3-0.
Why is our defense so tough to run around? Because of that front moving around?
We don't play against it very often, so you don't have enough time to really work on it. Here's Blake Ezor with probably his longest gain of the game on a power sweep. They get down in close. Finally, we stymie them. They go for the field goal, and it hits the left upright, and it's no good.
That really was a dodging the bullet situation for you.
Well, it sure was. It had been tie score there, and so we maintained our 3-point lead. Here with a 3rd and 3, we used this pass 3 times effectively to the fullback and got a first down to Leroy Horde on that occasion. Mike Gillette punting here. I thought we'd get it down inside the 10, but the ball eluded us, but did go out on the 5-yard line.
This is key play, though, because it turns field position around for you.
Field position is important. Since you're playing against a team that has not had a lot of success offensively, you don't want to give them field position. That's the one thing you don't want to do. We did a great job of that in the first half, Jim, and that really helped us. Here on a first down play, Mike finds Greg McMurtry over on the right sideline for a first down. Here's another 3rd down, 8 situation. Mike goes back, decides to scramble, finds enough room to get a first down, takes us all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Really one of your best, most successful plays was that scramble.
It sure was. Here on the goal line, we pitch the ball out on the speed option, and Tony Bowles goes in for the touchdown. That gives us a halftime lead, 10-0.
And at 10-0, you'd feel you had some kind of control, but I never felt in that game Saturday that, you know, you really had control because of the way Michigan State's defense was playing.
Well, 10-0 is certainly no cushion at halftime. You know, we felt good that we were ahead. We had not turned the ball over. We'd played pretty well, but we hadn't scored a lot of points. And this business of getting the ball down in 4-down territory and settling for field goals is just not the way to go. And so we were very nervous, although we were confident that we could beat them if we played good football the second half.
Well, the second half is when the big play happened. Don't go away. We'll be back on Michigan Replay with the second half and the big play.
The main thing that we do with Tony is we run outside, and they run everybody outside. So we just come back inside, and nobody was there. So everything was working. You know, we weren't getting the 80-yard touchdowns. I think that's what everybody was expecting to see. We had to pretty much work a little harder for it.
The occupied territories. Officials say time is of the essence.
For every one confirmed case of polio, doctors say there are 100 people carrying the virus.
Meanwhile, the U.S. State Department is advising tourists to get their booster shots before visiting. And Israeli officials are stepping up their own campaign. By month's end, 3 million residents will be inoculated in an effort to contain a disease Israel thought it had contained more than 30 years ago. Linda Scherzer, CNN, Rehovot, Israel.
The USS Independence has a new home port in San Diego.
Time up, man. I told Bo, you know, I said, Bo, we can run on left end, we run on left end during the game. And he says, all right, if they do it this time, look at me, I'll give you a thumbs up. Gave me thumbs up, and I saw nothing but green in front of me, except for that referee almost knocked me down. I feel great now. That play right there ranks right up there with the Iowa kick, and I'm high right now. I feel good.
And how about that? Mike Gillette becomes Michigan's all-time leading scorer, passing Anthony Carter in Saturday's game.
Wow, that's really something.
It says something about the kicking game. What about the second half? Make any adjustments offensively to do something against their defense?
Yes, we, you know, well, first of all, we decided at halftime that if they came after us hard on the punt again, that we'd fake it. We did decide at that time to do that. But the circumstance had to be right, and they were right. But other than that, we made our normal adjustments to get ready to go back out there. Our defense had been playing well. There wasn't much to do there.
The one thing I know you didn't do was figure out a turnover early.
Never. I mean, I wouldn't figure this one, and to be honest with you, I still don't figure.
And you told me never to ask you how Michael Taylor threw this ball.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't figure it out. But this Miller has intercepted us more than most teams have in the last 4 years. And fortunately, that youngster's a senior. And I want him to get his degree up there and get out into the world.
But your defense makes a big play.
Yes.
And Dean Dingman made a great play stopping Miller from scoring.
Yes, he did. That was a great play. That was a hustle play and got it done. I really believe, Jim, holding them to a field goal after that was a great boost for us. So we come back now and start to move the football a little bit, run inside a little. That's a very, very sticky defense. We ran offside here. I don't know whether we relaxed after that or not, but he blocked the kick. But, of course, he was way in our backfield before the ball was snapped. And but that particular play there was the key that said, we're not waiting any longer. We're going to go after it. And here, once again, he throws to Leroy Hort. I thought Leroy was going to lose the first down if he hadn't turned upfield sooner.
Explain the fake punt now and how you decide when to go.
Well, they were in the same formation. You can see them trying to come hard, and Mike got to the outside, and you see two men down there, Wellborn and Chris Horn down there blocking the safety man, and he just went all the way for it.
And that was the right circumstance and called before the punt.
That was called before the punt.
Mm-hmm. So they get the ball back, and now you, again, are starting to play great defense. Once you force McAllister to move his feet a little, he's not nearly as effective.
We got a little pressure on him and did a pretty good job here. This was terrible, 3rd and 13. What in the world that lad got hooked over there for, I don't know. But they got a first down.
I'm sure he'll hear about it in the films, won't he?
Right around us for a first down. Here he throw down the middle, Andre Rison. This is the only time he got the ball, but he's a very dangerous young man and an excellent football
One of the keys, really, I think, was the fact that you held him to just getting the ball once.
Yeah, well, that's great. You know, we played him a lot, and he hasn't hurt us a lot, but I have great respect for him as a player.
Defense then comes in, makes a big sack.
Big sack, and now we're, you know, kind of back in business and moving and running out the clock and playing good football.
You used better than 8.5 minutes on this drive. And this really had to make you feel good because of the fact that you really nailed it down.
This is one of those see how long you hang on to the ball drives. So you put two tight ends up there and just go after them. Here's a 3rd and 4 situation. Goes back to back. Throws a bad pass here. However, Derek Walker makes a great one-handed catch. Keep the drive going. And we move down in and get down in there close and close it out 17-3.
And this is really, as you said after the game, a big win because it sets you up really to start the Big Ten drive for the title with this contending team, get a win over them, and it puts you in the driver's seat, and now you really got the confidence moving on.
I don't think we're in the driver's seat, but I think we're in the game and have a chance. It'll be very difficult at Iowa this coming week. Indiana's playing great football. We have them the following week. 4 weeks from now, we play Illinois here. Illinois is playing great football. It certainly isn't going to be easy, Jim, but let's put it this way. We're at least tied for first place, and we got a shot.
The one thing you've been talking about all season was that you wanted your defense to improve week to week and that you weren't real happy with the defense. Has it been getting better?
I think it has. I think they've done a pretty good job. I think they did a great job against Michigan State. Michigan State changed their offense a little bit. They had been running from one back, and they went to a two-back pro set. We adjusted pretty well. I thought we played pretty well. And, you know, anytime you take a team with a tailback like that and a receiver like that and a quarterback like that and give them 9 first downs and less than 100 yards rushing, less than 100 yards passing, you got a real good chance of winning, Jim.
What about the offense now? I know that this is a good defensive team. Do you look at the Michigan State game as your offense just having to struggle a little bit against a real good defensive team, or are you pleased with their progress?
I would like to give credit to them, Jim. I can't do it entirely because we had 10 penalties and 2 interceptions. That's going to stop a lot of offenses, and it certainly stopped ours. But I also feel that Michigan State is an outstanding defensive team. We rushed for over 200 yards against them. That's the first time we've done that in the last 6 years. We did it 6 years ago, and I think that's the first time we've done it since then.
It's a big victory without question. And, of course, the Michigan State game, big every year. It sets up Michigan now for a run at the Big Ten title. Don't go away. Coming up next, a Player of the Year award, a new one. That's next when Michigan Replay continues.
This is one of the games we're pointing for this year, and we wanted it really bad, and we got after it and came after them. We had a good game. We believe in our team and the guys we got playing there, and you know, we feel we can line up in the defense. As long as everybody's playing the same defense, we got the talent to stop people and get after them.
Collegiate football's postseason honors. In addition to the Heisman, though, are the Maxwell, Lombardi, and Outland trophies. All of them are well chosen and create interest in the college game. But there's room for more, and this season, the American Football Coaches Association is adding another postseason honor. But it will be different. In conjunction with Domino's Pizza, the coaches this past summer announced the Coach's Choice Player of the Year award. The announcement...
The starters...
Well, that's what happens in a victorious locker room after Michigan defeats Michigan State 17-3. I always look at those and say, well, you get up for those things, don't you?
I should comb my hair before I do that.
Nah, the natural looks better. It was a big...
In Iowa City next week, and then the following week back here against Indiana. Well, we'll save all of our real celebrating until such time as we win this Big Ten championship.
Michigan Replay. With
this game, we wanted to win it badly, and you all might got up a little too tight for it. I don't know. But I thought you played well. You won a game, and that's Michigan. I want you to know, each and every one of them, I'm extremely proud. I want to caution you about this, though. We can't go around celebrating because, as you know, they put this schedule. We got the 3 top contenders back-to-back. Yes, baby. This is just one of them. Next week, we go against Iowa.
Coach's Choice. And a scouting report look at the Hawkeyes of Iowa. All that and more coming up next.